So you went on a lean bulk like me, or you dirty bulk, or you're just overweight overall and you have some fat to lose obviously. So these are my top 5 tips for losing fat, so let's get right into it. First of all, my name is Himanshu. I help people transform their lives through fitness. You're clearly interested in that, so scroll down below, hit the subscribe and the post notification bell, and you'll never miss an upload from me again. My first tip for you to lose fat is to be in a caloric deficit. If you're eating more calories than you burn, you will never lose fat. So how do you get in a caloric deficit? You get in a caloric deficit by calculating your TDE, which is your maintenance calories. Your TDE stands for total daily energy expenditure, which is your maintenance calories, and it calculates how much you burn throughout the day with just existing and going about your normal daily activities. Sorry if you guys hear some music in the background. That's because my neighbor's playing music, so that's a bit of an annoying thing. Like, why would you play music when I'm recording? But it is what it is. If you don't know how to find your TDEE, just go on Google and type in TDEE calculator. Click on the first link that comes up and enter your height, weight, your gender, and your activity level, and it will calculate your TDE for you. From this TDE, which is the total daily energy expenditure that you get, which is your maintenance calories, you need to deduct 300 to 500 calories from that to get your caloric deficit. If you're really overweight, and I'm talking about 30% body fat-ish, you can start off with a 500 calorie deficit and adjust accordingly when you drop weight, because the most weight you drop will be water weight at first. So adjust accordingly after that phase passes. If you, for example, entered a lean bulk and you're around like 20% body fat, you can decrease calories by 300 calories first and adjust accordingly once you get suited to it. You should be losing at least a kg a week. If you're not losing at least a kg a week, you need to increase your calorie deficit, and the opposite if you're losing more than a kg a week. As you're losing weight, you need to recalculate your TDEE, which is your maintenance calories, because with your new weight, as you lose weight, you have a new TDEE. My second tip for you guys, which goes along with the calorie deficit, is to track your calories. This is very important to see where you are at all times. If you don't know how to track your calories, all you need is two things: a food scale and an app called MyFitnessPal. So I've been preaching this for a long time on my channel. So get those two things and you'll know what to do from there. All you have to do is weigh your food and log it into MyFitnessPal throughout the day as you go. And under the goals tab, you can obviously manipulate your goals. You can manipulate your calories and your macronutrient goals as well. Do this consistently over a long period of time and follow your calorie deficit rules, and I guarantee you that you will see results. Also, don't forget to recalculate your calorie deficit as well once you lose weight, and log it into MyFitnessPal as well under the goals tab. Tracking whatever you put into your mouth is the best way to see if you've overeaten or undereaten on that particular day. So it's best to track everything that you eat to get the optimal results that you need. My third tip for you guys to lose fat is to consume adequate protein. Protein is an essential macronutrient when you're trying to lose fat. It helps you keep satiated and full when you're in a calorie deficit. This means that it will be easier for you to stick to this diet long term and be consistent over a long period of time, which is the key to keeping the fat off in the long run. Another reason that you should consume adequate protein is to prevent loss of muscle tissue. Sometimes when you are in a caloric deficit and when you go to the lower end of the spectrum, it's easier for you to lose muscle as well as fat. So when you don't have enough fat to lose, your body will utilize muscle loss as well. So that's good to keep in mind as well. This might not be as obvious when you guys start losing weight, but when you get to the middle of your fat loss journey, you will tend to lose more muscle mass as well. So the next question that you guys may have is, how much protein do I consume on a daily basis? So I recommend, if you guys are 25% body fat or higher, I recommend you guys going on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of protein. So consuming around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Once you get to around 20% body fat or around 15% body fat, you can increase the amount of protein that you take to around 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Now you guys should be aiming to get as much protein as possible from animal sources like your fish, your eggs, your chicken and your beef. Once you hit short of your calorie goals for the day, that's when you supplement it with whey protein. Other than that, you guys shouldn't be needing whey protein at all. You guys should never take whey protein instead of animal protein sources, just because it is a supplement. At the end of the day, it can't replace real food. So it is a supplement, guys. Just keep that in mind. In terms of which type of protein to take, I recommend you guys take whey protein isolate because it has 90% of protein in it, which other types of proteins do not offer. In terms of the brand, I recommend Optimum Nutrition. They've been in the industry for a while and they have a good reputation. I'm not sponsored by them at all, even though I wish I was. The fourth tip I have for you guys is to try intermittent fasting. I can tell you guys firsthand that I've tried this and it has worked wonders for me back in 2017 and back in 2019. I think I might do it again as well. But yeah, especially if you're on a restricted calorie diet, you can easily skip breakfast and you can consume more calories later down the line in your day. So I highly recommend you guys try that out. Intermittent fasting, for those who don't know what it is when you have an eating and a fasting window. The most common eating to fasting window is 8 to 16 hours. What most people do is they skip breakfast. So say your eating window starts at 12, so it ends at 8 p.m. That's 8 hours of eating time that you have to get all your calories in, and then for the rest of the 16 hours you'll be fasting. I believe this is a fairly easy split to have, and you can increase it over time if you wanted to. Once you wake up, you can have black coffee and sparkling water and things like that to make it easier on yourself during the fast. Intermittent fasting means that you can have more calories towards the end of your day, and you can have bigger meals as well, what makes it more satisfying for you guys as well. Once you guys get used to the 8 to 16 intermittent fasting split, you guys can then increase it to 4 to 20, which means that you guys have 4 hours to eat and 20 hours to fast. That's when you get major benefits from it, so make sure you guys stick to it and increase it over time. The more you fast, the more results that you will see. You will see a decrease in your insulin levels as well as you fast, so that's a good thing as well, to keep that hunger down. It will even increase your HGH, which is human growth hormone, which will enable you to build muscle even at a caloric deficit. It doesn't work for everyone, but it works for some people, so you're lucky it works for you. Once you get to the higher stages of intermittent fasting, you will experience what you call cell autophagy, which is the replenishing of the cells, of the dead cells. Your body pretty much cleans up all the dead cells and renews your cells, which is cell autophagy, as I said. So if you guys want me to do a full video on intermittent fasting, just let me know in the comments below and I'll get onto it. But this is a video about just fat loss, so I'll just keep it to that topic. The fifth tip I have for you guys is to not drop calories too fast. I have been a victim of this, and I know many people that I know that have been victims of this as well. So do not do it. No matter how much you feel like you need to go aggressive, just don't do it. Just start slow and progress your way into fat loss. I've come across so many people that pretty much do a bulk for about 6-7 months, or they're simply overweight and they want to drop all the calories that they have and think that the body fat will just melt away. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Your body actually adapts to the situation that it's in, and it will hold on to your fat as much as possible if you decrease it too fast. What happens is that you initially lose some water weight and some fat as well, and you hit a plateau really fast. It's a survival mechanism that we had from the early days, from the hunter-gatherer days. If you guys are familiar with those days, I mean, you should be, you're human after all. When you hit a plateau, you would need to decrease calories even more, which is not an ideal situation to be in, because you'll be starving yourself at that point. So what happens when you starve yourself? You pretty much give up on the diet and you say, this doesn't work for me, that doesn't work for me, and you pretty much quit on everything and you go back to your old ways of eating more and eating at a caloric surplus, and you put on all that weight that you lost as well. So that's not a good situation to be in. A good diet is something that you can sustain for a long time and which is enjoyable as well. So keep that in mind, don't decrease calories too fast. So that's all the fat loss tips I have for you guys. Those are my top 5 tips for losing fat. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop me a like button down below. Make sure to drop me a like button down below. No, make sure to drop me a like down below. And make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more videos from me. And share this with your friends, family, whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.